In this video, you will see how a traditional rustic bowl of spicy potato noodles is made completely from scratch, starting with fresh potatoes harvested directly from the earth. The journey begins with a large, woven basket filled with freshly harvested potatoes. The creator takes them to a large wooden tub filled with water, vigorously washing away the dirt and soil to reveal their clean, golden skins. Once washed, he sits down and meticulously peels each potato by hand using a simple peeler, preparing them for the next stage. Next, he brings out a traditional wooden grater. One by one, he rubs the peeled potatoes against the rough, perforated metal surface. You can almost hear the rhythmic scraping as he shreds them into a fine, frothy pulp that collects in the wooden tub below. After grating a substantial amount, he adds water to the tub and mixes the pulp thoroughly. He then transfers this mixture into a large, sturdy cloth bag. With immense physical effort, he squeezes and kneads the bag over another tub, forcing the starchy, milky liquid through the fabric while leaving the fibrous potato pulp behind. Now, the waiting game begins. The starchy liquid is left to settle for about 4 hours. A beautiful time-lapse shows the clouds drifting over the mountains, emphasizing the slow passage of time. Once settled, the heavy starch sinks to the bottom. He carefully pours off the clear water from the top, revealing a thick white starch paste. But the work isn't done. He adds fresh water to this paste and washes it by hand, a process known as refining the starch. This mixture is left to settle for another 4 hours, shown by a stunning sunset time-lapse. He pours off the water again, washes it a third time, and lets it settle overnight under the moonlight. Finally, the pure, bright white potato starch is ready. He scoops out the solid blocks of starch and crumbles them by hand into smaller chunks. These chunks are spread out on a cloth-lined basket and left to dry under the bright sun for about 2.5 days. The time-lapse of the river valley shows the sun doing its work, transforming the wet chunks into a fine, dry powder. With the potato starch fully dried, he begins making the noodles. He takes a portion of the powder and adds a small amount of clear water to dissolve it. Then he pours in boiling water, stirring rapidly with chopsticks to gelatinize the starch, creating a translucent, sticky dough. He adds more dry starch and kneads it vigorously until it forms a smooth, solid dough. He rolls this dough out flat on a wooden board using a rolling pin. Using a large, heavy cleaver, he cuts the flattened sheet into uniform, thin strips. He then takes each strip and rolls it between his hands to make it perfectly round and smooth, placing the finished raw noodles into a woven basket. The noodles are cooked in a large wok over a crackling wood fire. As they boil, they turn beautifully translucent. He scoops them out and cools them in a bowl of water. Meanwhile, he prepares a mouth-watering sauce, mixing it all together. The cooled noodles are placed in a bowl, topped with a generous spoonful of crispy fried peanuts and drenched in the spicy, savory sauce. He mixes it all together, the noodles glistening with the rich red oil. He takes a bite, clearly enjoying the chewy, refreshing texture. A cute little kitten watches them from a nearby sack, adding a final touch of warmth to this peaceful, heartwarming culinary journey.